What's up guys, it's Jay with Bearded Dad Fishing, and today we're talking about a product that is absolutely exploding in kayak fishing, which is lithium batteries with Bluetooth technology. Yes, that means you can connect your trolling motor battery for your kayak or your boat to your phone, and you can monitor it every step of the way. So we're gonna talk about how it works, how much it costs, and if it's worth it. But first, dad joke of the day: what has more lives than a cat? A frog, because it croaks every day. And that dad joke is brought to us by Brian Reed of the Facebook group Kayak Fishing Dads. If you're not part of the group, head on over to Facebook and find us and join the conversation. So by now, you've probably already heard of lithium batteries. They have blown up in popularity across the board, but specifically in kayak fishing. They have a lot of benefits, and this video is not intended to go through those specific benefits, but just to name a few, lithium batteries are lighter, sometimes by more than 50% lighter. They last longer with upwards of 5,000 charge cycles in many cases. They also have consistent voltage output, which is something that a sealed lead acid battery does not have. So again, I'm not going through these, but if you're debating between one or the other, I definitely recommend go with a lithium battery over sealed lead acid battery, especially if you're on a kayak. It's gonna do you a lot of good. In this video specifically, we're gonna be talking about the LiTime smart battery. This is a 100 amp hour trolling motor battery with Bluetooth technology. It's a LiFePO4, which also means it's a lithium iron phosphate, which is all it means. Just real quick, the specs on this battery as far as size goes, it's just under 22 pounds, which if the sealed lead acid comparable would be in the 60-pound range, which is absolutely nuts. It has a smaller footprint, being that it's a group 24 battery. Sometimes you'll see when you're ordering a lithium battery, it'll be group 31, group 27, or group 24. A 31 is the bigger of the batteries. This packs the same punch, but in a smaller footprint. The price of the battery is in that $300 range. So anywhere from $300 to $310, depending on what specials they're running on the website. So I just want to give you a quick comparison of how the prices match up with other batteries in the industry, because LiTime was not the first to put out Bluetooth technology in their lithium batteries. However, they have done it in one of the most affordable ways possible. Some of the comparables on the market or competitors to this battery, you have Amped Outdoors, which is $700 for a 100 amp hour battery. Dakota Lithium, again, $700, and that's their discounted price. Ionic, again, $700, and Z Pro, which is one of the more popular brands, at $700. The only one that you could really find that's a little bit cheaper is the Epoch batteries, which also have Bluetooth, and they come in around that $400 range. And being that the LiTime battery is $300, some people will say it's cheaper because it's made overseas. And yes, that's true. A lot of those companies that I just named are domestic. But one thing to note is that the lithium is not mined here in the US. So correct me if I'm wrong. I have not seen that lithium is mined here yet in the US. It's all mined internationally overseas in Argentina, Chile, China, Australia as well. So yes, it's not a domestic battery company, but the same features, the same cells, basically the same guts is the same, and you get a better price. Practically speaking, this battery is perfect for trolling motors. You don't want something this big to power your electronics for the most part. So how it works is you download the app from LiTime after you get your battery, and you create an account. You just need a username and password. And once you create an account, then you connect your battery to it, which is a very simple process. It shows you exactly the steps to do that. Your battery has a QR code on the top, which is right here, and you can connect to that battery using the QR code with your phone camera. And once you get on, you can monitor the battery and you can connect it, and it will show you exactly what the capacity is. So you'll see right now I have a 72% capacity. Obviously, because the battery is right here, not connected to anything, there's no power being drawn, there's no current being drawn. The current voltage is 13.4 volts, and the remaining capacity is 72 amp hours. On here, you can also see, you can balance it, and that'll just tell you if your battery is well balanced. You can check the health of your cells and you could check the BMS status and it'll say it's running smoothly. Generally, that will be the case. You're not gonna have to check that until you start using your battery for a long time and you got, you know, hundreds of charge cycles on there. Then some of that stuff, it might show some depleted health. You can also connect multiple batteries on here. So when you go back, it'll say my devices. Right now, I just have the one, so I don't need to have another one on there, but you can monitor multiple ones out as well. You can name them, you can change the names, you can rearrange them as you see fit. Now, the practical application when it comes to kayak fishing, of course, is that you can check your battery level when you're out on the water. That way you can make sure that you're leaving enough capacity so you can get back to the ramp. So if it's a super windy day and I have that spot lock rocking and rolling all day, or if I'm going a long distance, I'm gonna make sure I have this battery to make sure, again, I have enough juice to get back, because I don't want to paddle this thing. I had to do it in Alabama and it was not fun at all. The only really downside that I've seen so far using this battery and using the app is the fact that the app tends to sign me out automatically. So every time I go out to go fishing, I want to check my battery level. I go on and I see that it is logged out. So I have to log back in. And that's kind of an inconvenient thing. It's not a big thing. Once the app is there and it's open, it works great. I've never had to re-sign in on the water, just when there's a couple days in between fishing. A suggestion, if you decide to buy this battery from LiTime, is to buy a charger as well. LiTime, along with having some of the best prices in the lithium battery game, they also have some of the best prices when it comes to the battery chargers. They have 10 amp, 20 amp, and 40 amp chargers. You definitely don't need a 40 for this battery. A 20 is perfect, but you can get away with a 10 as well. At the time of shooting this video, the 20 amp charger is less than $100 at just 90 bucks. And I think it's only 5 or 10 bucks more than the 10 amp charger. So definitely worth it to get that 20 amp charger. I'll make sure to include the links below in the description where you can find the batteries, the chargers, and more information from LiTime. And let me know in the comments below, are you guys currently running lithium, or do you still got sealed lead acid on your kayaks? So till next time, guys, peace and God bless.